some stability, Kevin, moving forward. This is a team that's gone through 12 head coaches since the last time they made the playoffs.
The first one falls. Back in 2020, De'Aaron Fox signing a massive extension, Greg. 5 years and $163 million.
Yeah, and Kevin, every NBA hopeful wants that second contract. Credit to De'Aaron for working his tail off and earning every penny of that deal.
That one is no good. And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Lets the three fly. Sacramento grabs the miss. Fox finds Herter. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. 4-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season. And quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Now, here's Sabonis. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Sabonis has a great nose to rebound the ball, and then he just sent it back in.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
And slam dunk by Sabonis.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herter's pass leads to an open look.
Outside Hardaway. Inside. Shot to stop the run. Bullock good.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Fox from outside drills the three-pointer. Fox has got a couple of threes now in the first with the Kings.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The 10-footer. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Doncic.
A little bit of breathing room, and Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to look right to the rim.
The three from Barnes. It's rebounded by Dallas. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Powell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And continuing to press their advantage. They're not taking their foot off the gas.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Christian Woods checked in for Reggie Bullock. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sabonis. Terrence Davis comes in for Murray. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Mitchell in for Fox. Hardaway, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
It's the three-point bomb.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Hardaway for 3. Kept alive. Powell. Goes up again. Doncic with the bucket.
And he's become a true warrior on the backboard. Doncic understands how to position himself on that offensive board.
Now, here's Monk. 11-point game his last outing. Holmes can't get it to go in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message, and they're spending more energy at that end of the floor, and that's essential for any elite team. Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time.
13 foul.
That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Powell. Josh Green comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Doncic. And the Kings also making a change. Miles checked in. I know one thing the Kings wanted to focus on this season, and Brent, that was defense.
Well, they're a team that's been at the bottom of the league on the defensive ratings for quite some time. And one way to remain competitive is to bring your defensive intensity on a nightly basis. It's going to be a point of emphasis for this new coaching staff to get these guys on board.
Monk for three. Kept alive by Sacramento. Wiles kicks to Monk. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks trail by 10. Green against Davis. The pass to Ntilikina. Poked loose. It's stolen by Wiles. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Mitchell kicks to Wiles. Monk for three. Ntilikina with the rebound.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
2 shots.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Kings leading now by 9. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Mitchell passes to Davis. That three off the mark. Tipped away. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
Nine seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
De'Aaron Fox.
Five seconds left here in the opening quarter. Wood. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Sacramento in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Reggie Bullock is out there with Green. Then there's Irving. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Holiday in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And you knew things were going south for Irving and the Nets when they couldn't agree on a contract. He was eventually traded and is a big talent boost to this team. And Kyrie still has all the talent in the world, even if it comes with some risk.
Offensive rebound. Fox kicks to Holmes. Here's Herter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Herter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings.
Herter never shy to let that one go. Just enough room on the catch and shoot.
Irving's shot is good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well. Because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
That free throw, no good.
Struggled early on, but this is a much improved part of Rashawn Holmes' game.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And he's good on the second. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Lobbed up there for Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here's Holmes. Fox from outside. Sacramento again missing.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Fox after Luka Doncic's bucket. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
Great, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role player.
And that's why this team is willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you can see them look a lot like the Harden-era Rockets.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Sacramento also making some changes. Barnes comes in from Irving. And it's Mitchell in for De'Aaron Fox.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So the Kings called timeout. They're first. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Domantas Sabonis is one of the best passing big men in the league. He said, sharing the ball is contagious. Everyone feels confident and knows they'll get touches, which makes the game fun. That can build chemistry on a young team. Kevin?
And David, we know how important that is. And we thank you for your report.
Pretty reliable from that area on the floor. Harrison Barnes comfortable rising up and shooting from there.
Bullock passes to Irving. Takes it from 10. Again, the Mavericks score.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
The drive by Mitchell. Out to the right wing. Holmes kicks to Barnes. A baseline J. Bullock with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
He gets that one. Irving's got 11 points.
Love how effective Irving is on the drive. His head is up, and he just cuts right through the defense.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Now, here's Doncic. He's coming off a 40-point game against New York.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And here is Holmes following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Even before his regular season debut, Davion Mitchell was grabbing attention.
Well, Davion was named the Co-2021 Summer League MVP, an honor that recognized his promise, but also a showing and signs of what he was going to do when he got to the NBA, and that was wreak havoc defensively on guards who don't like a lot of pressure.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Powell, and Wood subbed in for Reggie Bullock. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Alex Len's checked in for Sabonis. Trey Lyles comes in for Rashad Holmes. Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Barnes. And Monk's subbed in for Kevin Herter. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Green's checked in. Over in the corner, Doncic.
2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. It's hauled in by Lyles.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
De'Aaron Fox is checked in for the Kings.
De'Aaron Fox.
And so Green will bring it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 4. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Pass to Len. And here is Monk. The kick out to Fox. Davis, the pass to Len. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Lyles no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. Here's Doncic. He has 7. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
1:07 left in the first half of basketball. Irving banked in off the glass. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Dallas has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Green, the pass to Doncic. Shot from 12. And Wood, the bucket on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game. The Kings trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Monk. Excellent D that time there from McGee. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. It's stolen by Davis.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
And without much left to prove, Doncic still trying to hone the consistency of that 3-ball. But the confidence, no doubt, is there.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Dallas Mavericks. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd. Jason, how do you feel about your team's performance?
I feel great. You know, we're sharing the ball, we're making the extra pass, but we're attacking the paint, and if we can continue to do that, puts us in a good seat.
Jason, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 16 points and 1 steal. It is all happening for him so far tonight. An incredible first-half performance. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. Because we all know scoring on the break is so much easier.
And that wraps up.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the floor for Sacramento, Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. The backcourt pair will be Fox with Herter. And it's Barnes, and it's a three-spot.
And prior to playing in college, Sabonis played professionally in Spain.
That's such a head-scratcher. I mean, 16 years old. I mean, here you'd be getting your license. There, Sabonis was playing in professional leagues against grown men. So that experience certainly has helped him both in college and for sure being a pro now. And when it comes to teams that have struggled in recent years, the Kings come to mind. And those recent years actually extend out a lot longer than anyone wants to admit. It's just been one tough season after another.
Pass to Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway finds Irving. And here is Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And through the Kings' struggles, Brent, they've had many good players. But it's hard to believe they haven't reached the playoffs since 2006.
Yeah, it's really a head-scratcher, Kevin. And you can see that they're hungry. They want to get back to the postseason, but they just need some continuity. They need some guys to really pull together. And in order for all of that to happen, they've got to establish an identity. And under this new coach, maybe that will happen.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And catching the defense flat-footed and taking full advantage. Big bucket there to extend the lead.
Back to Fox. Murray left side. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
On the wing, Irving. He's defended by Herter. Irving dishes to Doncic. Hardaway kicks to Powell. Now, here is Irving. He's defended by Herter. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A different look for Dallas. Hardy comes in for Kyrie Irving, and Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Luka Doncic. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Fox. An easy 2 points on the layup. Fox has got it back down to within single digits for the Kings. A shot. Hardy passes to Hardaway. Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Fox. Offensive rebound. Out to Hardaway. Over Barnes. Hardaway, no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Ntilikina. That shot missing. Murray with the defensive effort.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll hit the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Christian Wood comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Davion Mitchell's checked in for Sacramento.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now a key member of that 73-win Golden State Warrior team was Harris.
And almost the forgotten part of the famed death lineup, it was Barnes, Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Andre Iguodala. Harrison, a big piece of that 2015 championship team as well.
Harrison Barnes continues to be a consummate professional. Goes out and competes every night. Gives you everything he's got.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
That's a 2 from Powell. Dallas no good that time either.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Attacking is one thing, but body control another, and Harrison Barnes showing you that on that play.
Sabonis with the steal. Here's Herter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Herter.
Already impressing at a young age, Kevin Herter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. It's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Mavericks. Josh Green comes in for Frank Ntilikina. And then for Sacramento, Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Sabonis. Trey Lyles comes in for Murray. Davis is subbed in for Barnes. And Jaden Hardy is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Kings making a switch here. Monk's checked in. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Lyles. And Holmes throws it down.
And the long arms of Holmes utilizing that size and length to track down some offensive rebound.
Here's Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Kings have made a lot of moves to shake up their roster. De'Aaron Fox says, I think the mood is definitely better. It's like a breath of fresh air. Getting a feel for each other and seeing the chemistry come to fruition is huge. Success isn't always immediate with trades and signings, so we look toward the future. Kevin, back to you.
That's all they can do. Okay, thanks, D.A. Doncic is checked in for Dallas.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Back to Mitchell. Passes to Len. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
And Holiday kicks to Doncic. There's a minute left in the third. Let's go. Rebound by the Kings. Holmes got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Monk. And there's the pass to Holmes. Dishes it to Mitchell. Pass to Monk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Holiday. The second effort. Another shot. It's rebounded by Dallas. Woods got his 4th rebound in this one. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And yes, it's good. Doncic has got 12 points in the game.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Pass to Len. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
They get it again. And McGee kicks to Wood. The 3 for Doncic. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
That's an important shot there going into the fourth quarter. They've been losing ground and needed a big play to close out the quarter.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's Dallas. They lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Luka Doncic's out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Powell in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. On the wing, Irving. He's defended by Herter. Powell, the pass to Irving. Shoots over Herter. Irving can't hit. The Kings trailing. Over in the corner, Barnes to the paint. And it's Murray with the jam.
That's a pretty easy opportunity for a teammate, all courtesy of Harrison Barnes.
Doncic passes to Bullock. That one's not going to go. So the Kings will take it the other way. Murray dishes to Fox. From the arc. It's good from long range. And it's a 4-point Kings lead.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Powell finds Irving. Doncic with it. A 3. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got his 6th rebound on the night. They get it back. Murray, no good. Dallas has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Doncic, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
A great court awareness there helps Luka find an opening, and he just explodes on the drive.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one. You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Rejected by Murray.
And that length and timing make Keegan a terrific shot blocker.
Wasted no time on that. And the Kings lead by 8.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the 3-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack. He told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul. You got to love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's Murray. Here's Sabonis. And the layup is good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Mavericks trail by 7. Doncic outside. There's the dish to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Passes it to Doncic. The trade. There's the call on Kevin Herter. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Irving. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Herter.
Good contest as Herter's size really helping that time.
And it's Irving missing. Shot from 12. They grab their own miss. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Second personal foul.
And after what was just a horrendous shooting performance in that first half, they're finally starting to find their rhythm here in the second.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up. And boy, have they.
But we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
Doncic passes to Bullock. Back to Doncic to end the run. Here's Powell. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
High arcing shot, and Fox gets it to go. Fox has got the lead up to 12 now for Sacramento. Here's Doncic, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Keegan Murray.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
Josh Green's checked in for Hardaway. And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense, but he can also freeze the defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
Irving for 3. Dallas no good that time either. Kings leading now by 10. Barnes outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Harrison Barnes in great body control on that possession, just working against the defender.
Harrison Barnes.
That's good from Barnes. Barnes hits them both. Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 12. 1:16 left to play in the final quarter.
Okay, fans, time to make some noise for your D-Town crew.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, De'Aaron Fox.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Kings leading now by 12.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Sacramento.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Barnes.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
He threw good, Fox.
Even De'Aaron Fox has talked about how he's the fastest player in the league. The cool thing about it is night after night he seems to prove it.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And a change for the Kings. That's who's checked in for Murray. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Off on the layup.
And once he had to change his shot in the face of the D, you just had a feeling that one wasn't going to fall.
Hardy passes to Pinson. Dallas no good that time either. And here is Fox. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg